The blow-up hole, they destroy your round. They make the game less fun. So we're gonna look at the 5 most common things that people do to create the blow-up hole and how to avoid them. Okay, short par 4, and of course I'm teeing off with my driver, right?
Why are you teeing off with your driver?
Why am I teeing off my driver? Well, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? That's slicing in the woods. Right in the woods. So it is not mandatory that you hit a driver on every par 4. This is a short par 4. If I can get the ball into the fairway, I've got a great chance for my second shot to get either on the green or close to it. So here goes our 5-iron. All right, right down the middle. Next shot on the green. Okay, so on a normal day, this would be a pretty good, just a regular pitching wedge for me, but we've got some wind up there, and I don't want the wind to take my shot, so I'm gonna hit a little knockdown 9 shot. I've seen him do this on TV, so I'm just gonna play it back in my stance, and I'm gonna play a little knockdown 9 shot here. Let's see what we get. I've never really practiced this before, but I've seen it on TV, so that's what we're gonna do. Little knockdown 9, here we go. Back in my stance a little. Just knock that thing down. Here we go. Keep it right under the wind. So that result is something that we see all the time when we're trying a shot that we don't know we can hit. We want to practice all the shots, and we want to feel like, boy, we can, 70 or 80 or 90% of the time, we can execute a particular shot because we practiced it. So I'm going to go ahead and let that wind help me out. I am going to take a little bit less club, so instead of hitting a pitching wedge, I'll hit a gap wedge, but I'm going to make a regular swing on it. So here we go. There we go. Let that wind take it up there. Right up on the green. You probably can't see it, but that's actually pretty close to the hole. So you're much better off playing normal golf shots whenever you can. If you're going to try a specialty shot, like a knockdown shot, make sure you practice it and make sure you can execute it more often than not. Okay, second shot on this par 4. We're in the leaves, not the greatest lie ever, right? And I've got water on the right, but if I'm in the woods, but if I can hit this ball in between these 2 trees, above those limbs, below those limbs, with a little draw, I can get right on the green. So here we go.
Wait a second. You have all this space to just punch it out into the fairway and have a safe shot onto the green.
Punch it out, but here, if I hit this shot, I might even make a birdie. So here we go. I saw Tiger do this once. Right between those trees. Ooh. Out of bounds.
You don't say.
Okay, so here's the situation. We hit our tee shot into the woods, into the leaves. I've already hit a bad shot. I'm not going to compound the error and create a blow-up hole by making things worse. So what I'll do here is I will just get the ball safely in the fairway. I'll be lying 2 in the fairway. I can still hit a decent wedge shot to get on the green and have a putt for par. At worst, I'll probably make a bogey. So I'm going to take my time, I'm going to take my medicine and get the ball back into play. Here we go. There it is, right down in the short grass. So now I've got maybe 115 yards in. It's going to be maybe, it'd be a gap wedge for me, probably a short club for just about anybody. And I've got a really good chance to make at worst a bogey. I did hit a bad shot. I kind of deserve it, but I'm not going to have a blow up hole. Okay, so here's our situation now. We're green side, and I've got the flag stick cut up very close to me here. My ball's in the rough. It's sitting down a little bit. And yeah, we have a little water behind the green, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit a high flop shot, land the ball right there on the fringe, let it trickle on down right next to the hole. It's gonna be a great shot. That's the plan here, okay?
Wait a second, what if you hit it thin?
What if I hit it thin? Well, if I hit it thin, it could go in the water, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hit a good shot here. I'm gonna hit a flop shot. I saw Phil Mickelson do this. He does it all the time, so here we go. Here we go. Hitting the flop. In the water. Maybe I would have been better off to try a little different club selection there. Okay, we're in a tough position here. We already made a bad shot by being short-sided. So I've got my sand wedge, and I'm just gonna hit a little chip and get this thing on the green. There we go. Even if it goes past the hole, it's just fine. Look at that, it almost went in. Okay, that's going to be probably a 2-putt at the worst, okay? When you're around the greens, avoid that big flop shot. Get it on the green. You might even be able to 1-putt it. Boy, this is just great. This is just great. Look at this. Look what I did to myself. I'm gonna have to hit this thing out of this pine straw. Just whatever you do, don't hit it in the bunker. Right in the bunker. You knew it. All you had to do is get it over the bunker. You hit it right in the bunker. Jeez, you know what? You 1, 2, 3 in the bunker. Now you're gonna hit your 4th out onto the green. 2 putts, gonna be a 6. Unbelievable. Just get this thing out of there. One, 2, 3, 4. Am I hitting 5 now? Is that it? About time. Rake that later. Whatever you do, don't 3-putt. Great. Okay, so how about that display for a lack of focus and a lack of mental toughness? So one of the things that definitely causes blow-up holes and causes people to have higher scores at the end is lack of focus or lack of mental toughness. The fact of the matter is that when my ball was back in the pine straw here, all the shots I hit prior to that had already taken place. When I chunked that shot out of the pine straw, which is good players can do that, and ended up in the bunker, that's really where things started to go downhill. I very easily could have gotten that ball onto the putting surface and 2-putted from there, but I let my frustrations get the better of me. I didn't stay in the moment. I was living back in the situation and getting upset about the inevitable bogey or double bogey I was about to take. So make sure that you stay in the moment, forget about any prior shots you played on a hole, and really put your best foot forward. Let your skills work for you. You will undoubtedly 1 or 2 holes per round lower your score, and that'll knock 2 or 3 shots off your average score potentially. So there it is, the 5 things that I think are some of the most common mistakes people make that lead to blow-up holes. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave any comments or questions below.